On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Prescott on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Elliott. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 16-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 41 yards. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And he stopped immediately there. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
7. Bengals nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. This is Travion Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer. Exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Elliott. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7, Bengals nothing.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. This is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game. That game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, Burrow. Got it open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And That's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On second down, here's Mixon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A first down throw for Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Cooper again the target, and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Trey Wayne.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
And 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. But he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
First down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Prescott now, escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Throwing, Prescott. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The give is to Elliott. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Prescott to throw it. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Call it a 3-yard gain. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Eluding the pressure right. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Prescott completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Fourth down.
And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down the middle. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Brandon Wilson on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. But correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line. From
the gun, a give to Mixon. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
12 yards there and a first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he has now gotten into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score.
Makes the score Cowboys 16. Bengals 14. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. Some
good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Makes an important extra point up and through. And the lead is up to 5.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. So the defense helping them out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Prescott. Flush to his right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Prescott to throw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Sam Hubbard in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He's back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to throw. This is caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards. So a big-time run there. A field goal wins it, and that puts them in good position.
Not only in good position, but your field goal kicker's over there warming up right now. You're thinking, let's get this guy out here pretty soon and finish this thing off.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. spot for the Heisman Trophy winner. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
No gain on the
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, I don't think it takes much to crawl into their mind, right, why they went for 2 there, even though they were unsuccessful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, and less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now, they've got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Cowboys 22.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.